Are you going to say it?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I thought you were going to say it.
On December 3rd, we're releasing our next game drop.
The Garden Awakens. The new drop has the Pale Garden, which is kind of a spooky biome for players to explore. We kind of liked the idea of like an infected kind of forest, or some forest that wasn't exactly healthy. It's supposed to feel like it's dying and it's kind of dormant. It doesn't feel quite right compared to some of the other biomes.
When you enter it, if you hear a song play, the song will fade out into silence. When the sun goes down, you will probably hear a creaky sound from somewhere around you, which means the creaking has spawned.
Creaking is very different than any other mobs that we have. First of all, it doesn't take any damage at all, nothing. If you put it next to Warden, that's the first mob that will be able to withstand the Warden for unlimited amount of time.
So the creaking itself can't be damaged. When you hit a creaking, a particle trail will lead you towards the tree that its heart is in. To defeat a creaking, you have to destroy the creaking heart block itself. The creaking will only move when you're not observing it, but if you turn your back, it will start coming after you, and it can be very fast.
What do you do if an Enderman teleports next to a creaking?
Oh, that's a very interesting combo. It's like fire and water, because you have to look at one of them and you cannot look at the other one of them.
Best of luck, for sure. So I think with the creaking, the big thing that I kept in mind is that I wanted it to imitate a tree, and that I wanted to create a mob that was asymmetrical. I tried some different things. I tried varying the number of eyes. I tried giving it hair at some point, like kind of moss. Tried all kinds of weird poses and stuff for it. So generally was just trying some things to make it look different from your typical mob.
One new thing in Pale Garden is that we added ambient sounds. And instead of adding it to the biome itself, we added it to blocks here. So the creaking sounds that surrounds you in Pale Garden are attached to pale hanging moss. And they only play these sounds when attached to pale oak wood and hanging under leaf blocks, which means that you can move the pale hanging moss to another place and actually have the sounds somewhere else.
And there are more sounds, because they also come from the creaking heart, also make sounds, and also eye blossoms make those wispy sounds when placed on moss blocks.
So the eye blossom is a new flower in the Pale Garden. It can be open or closed, depending on whether it's day or night. So in the night, it will open and bloom and then close up during the daytime. It's sort of reactive to other eye blossoms around it. So if there's a bunch in a patch, then when one opens, it will sort of communicate with the others and the rest will open as well.
Eye blossom is the first flower that has this orange spots on it, and it matches perfectly the creaking.
If you see it from far away, you don't know if it's a mob or a flower. Yeah.
Even if you know what creaking is, you can be very easily tricked.
You can also use the eye blossoms to make some suspicious stews as well. So that will be extra tasty.
When we came up with the initial version of the Pale Garden, players said that they need the resin to go there. So we gave them the resin. We wanted the resin to be very easily obtainable by players. You can either run around in the Pale Garden just punching creakings, collect the resin at the end of the night, or you can build a farm and collect a lot of resin at once.
So when you destroy the heart and you get the resin clumps, you can put those into a furnace and refine them into resin bricks. So you can make resin bricks, stairs, slabs, all the usual things. And they're a very bright orange colored block.
As the first block that doesn't have any special properties, in a sense that it acts like a normal block, but can be placed and punched with the bare hand.
It's nice to just stack the blocks and just mine it.
Just punch it,
Yeah.
just create a big stack of blocks of resin and just look down and
Yeah. I've died so many times
trying that.
I'm really excited to see what people make. I know there's going to be some really good creations, and I'm also excited to see people use the creaking heart itself and the creaking in wild ways I probably would have never predicted when I was trying to work on it.
This drop will come to all platforms very soon, and we're super excited to see what you all will do with it. See ya!
Was I supposed to follow with something?